Yes. Always.
All right, good. So the ones who are already registered, we have documents to start with, and so we can make the assessment. But most of you here would need to be registered, and so you want to start the process from the beginning. And we want to be able to give you an idea. We want to be able to walk you through that process, and as we suspected, everyone here, most of the persons here have not registered, have not really started the process, and you're looking to start. And so that is why we have staff here who are going to take your information, get you in the system, and get it started. So with those few words, we are going to, I'm going to hand you over. So Minister McCoy is here to support you and support this process. And he's going to say a few words to you, and then the staff of the Small Business Bureau are going to, they're the technical people, they're the ones who are going to be able to give you the advice. There are lots of persons here. I just want us to, understand that each and every one of you here matters. And so every person who comes and wants to interface with us, please give them the respect, give them the space, let them be able to speak. If you have questions, we will take questions en masse, but the staff will be here to speak with you individually, if that is what is required. Thank you very much.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir.
And of course, we're happy to be back here, and you all recognize that this is a follow-up outreach, given what the previous outreach outlined to you, that we'll be following up with the community on several matters. And this is one such follow-up meeting this morning, in which we are addressing the issue of small business development. And I know sometime last week you would have been, last week there was a rumor in the community. So the detractors were at it again, and for their own objective, there was a rumor that we were coming into the community to distribute cash and cash grant. And so we had to find ways to dispel that rumor. And it benefited some people as they see fun in mischief, and they have their particular objective they achieve. But we are going to be communicating with you through official channels. Whenever we have to do follow-ups, like we have done in this instance, and we will continue to do, because there are other follow-ups with Bishop Edgell, who is the Minister of Public Works. There are other follow-up meetings with the Minister of Public Service, Sonia Parat, which I'm arranging as well, and we will make sure that all the issues we plan to address. The Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport is also going to be coming back, because he has a commitment in relation to the basketball accessories and equipment. And so we are going to be fulfilling the things that we promise you, because we are working with you as a community, as we do with many other communities across this country, as part of being able to empower you. And this morning's session is about how we can empower you economically through business based on your interests. And so we are looking forward to working with you, and to make sure that we can work in a way that will have us in a win-win situation, where the people of Buxton Friendship can grow economically, and we as a society can benefit from the growth of those who reside and who are participants of business in the Buxton Friendship area. So your government continues to be at work for you. I'm happy to see there's so many people here, and I'm happy to know that we all focus on working towards enhancing ourselves, our families, our community, because it's only by the means of us being conscious about what needs to be done for ourselves and our communities that we can strive much faster as a society, that we can all cooperate towards quickening the pace of our development as a society. And it is for us a pleasure to be able to work with communities, to listen to you, to understand your needs, as we are doing this morning, the needs of those of you who have an interest in pursuing business opportunities. And that is what a government is supposed to be doing, facilitating development through in various means. So we are happy to be spending this time with you this morning. Luckily we have Minister Oden with us so long, because otherwise if our other assignment had come through at the time it was set for originally, she would have probably had to leave us by now. But we're happy to have her with us for a good time in this session, because she has another assignment that will take her away from us a little later. So thank you for coming out. We are here to facilitate your questions, to answer, to give you clarification, and I'm looking forward to us being able to do that in a very orderly way and make sure that we can respect each other, listen to each other, and to have the answers given to you in clarification. Thank you very much for coming out this morning.
All right. So Minister McCoy did indicate that they will take a few questions. Both ministers will take a few questions. So we'll do this in a very orderly fashion. So raise your hand and we'll indicate, and then you can ask the question. I see your hand raised already.
Good morning to everyone present, especially to you from the government. I would like to say this invitation was extended to neighboring communities. And I'm from Maryland, and after hearing this, I took the opportunity to come here, and several other members from my community. So it's not only Buxton Friendship here today, we're coming from across the community. Right? We have some issues whereby we would like some help.
Sorry. All right.
We would like some help. Yeah, I realize it. Yeah, because the announcement was done in our village yesterday afternoon. Yeah. We like some help in terms of business in our community as well. I know the Minister of Culture would have visited us on previous occasions, but we need a lot of help at Melanie. A lot of help. We have a co-op there, and we're not functioning effectively because of finances. So we need some work done at Melanie too. Thank you.
Hello, people don't come up from this space. They don't come in here. What ladies are nobody don't come in here.
Morning again, anyone else have any questions?
Good
morning, sir. I just asked him, I from Buxton Friendship. I from Buxton Friendship. I run a small business. And I just want to know what you must say you're going to go to, like to get safe also to register your business, because since I open the business and I come here ready for it, we already do it. We already do it, and nobody like them never respond back to you concerning the same small business thing. This is going to be like the second time they come in. This one is going to be the second time there was A before. And it have some person like from small business thing. I think they're like 2021, and then you follow the form and everything, and they never like call you or nothing. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, sir.
All right, so
Yes, sir.
the young lady from Melanie, I just want to say that don't feel abandoned. We're going to get to every community. We're going to work with every community. But I'm happy that you have raised with us here this morning the need for intervention in areas of culture, youth, and sports, and other areas. When we were here the last time at the center ground, we did say that Melanie was going to be one of those areas we'll also be focusing on as on the East Coast, as there are many other areas. We are working every day, and we are working to make sure that and work very hard too, not light work, very hard, heavy work, because we must be able to get to every community and to be able to treat with the matters before us, so that we can make the lives of people much easier and better. You've seen the President last night with his announcements for those who are pursuing housing as a means or trying to gain access to housing facilities, that we have announced and some measures that will be beneficial to you, the people on the East Coast, as it would be to many other residents across the country. So we are working, and we are cognizant of the need to be in every community. So thank you for raising that. We'll get to you as well. In relation to the young lady here, you said there was a training here before. I understand it was for a different purpose, but nevertheless, we would be able to treat with the matters in relation to the procedures that are required for your participation in this or access to the small business facility. So the officers here will be outlining that to you this morning. So you don't necessarily need to ask a question around that. You may need to ask a question specific to maybe a particular type of business or some other aspect of your business initiative that we could provide answers to. And I want to also say that, and we said it the last time, we are currently out of monies through the small business grant program. So we've exhausted the monies for this year. So I just want you to know this, because what we're doing here, we are working with you, gathering the information in relation to your interests, business interests, and we are going to be using this for consideration in the next batch. We don't know before the end of the year we'll be able to get more money to do it, or if it will be next year. But we thought that we should start the process and to be able to get the information so that it will make our job much easier when we have to consider you for the future. Think you understand that? Thank you.
Yes, sir. I have a business in Transcape, licensed liquor restaurant. Due to the COVID, why they closed down the liquor restaurant completely out of our So we now decided to establish. It's forced to open. No one visits us concerning the locking down of the business. We had the laws of the country state that all liquor restaurants must be closed. And for over a year, we doesn't do any business. That was a while back. So I still maintain my license. No one visits us here in Transcape concerning this.
Nobody visited your liquor establishment for what?
The one big area concerning the closing down to give us anything assistance.
What do you mean closing down? There was a pandemic?
Yes.
There was a global pandemic.
Yeah.
At a particular time,
Yeah.
it required us to have restaurants and bars and all of these facilities closed. Because it was all for our safety.
Yeah.
And we have opened up back since. right across the country, and there was, I don't know what exactly you're trying to get out of it, because were you able to reopen?
Not at the full flow because
So
I was doing nothing.
you're saying that nobody listened to you to give you a COVID relief grant?
No, I didn't. Yes, I didn't
Right,
get ordinary.
right. So those, as a small business for a short period of time, for those businesses that were already registered and gotten a grant under in the Small Business Bureau, we did make a facility available for the COVID relief during COVID time in 2020. But that was just a short period of time, and you would have had to make that application as a small business client. Are you a small business client? No. So exactly. So we didn't. If you were not registered as a small business, you would not have been eligible for that. But COVID says the lockdown is over, and so that relief grant is no longer available. It's no longer given. But we weren't walking around giving it to everybody. It's people who were clients of the Small Business Bureau who needed their relief. Right? So that's it. But you reopen now and you're still.
If you shut the mouth, I don't shut it.
All right, is there anybody else with any other questions?
Working for Ryan for 14 years. 14 years. Captain Carry Provider. I fell March and I fractured the ankle. And from since March to now, didn't get a dime from my workplace. NIS nowhere. I borrowed $4 million from the bank. Every month I have to pay $50,000. And it's on my head. But my husband is a pensioner, and he is born. I cannot get to work.
All right.
Now he's trying to go and work as a security worker and me.
All right. So this young man will take your information and we'll get someone from my office to call you to follow up on this matter. We're dealing with small business development here this morning. I know you're here and perhaps because of your situation, you needed our attention in it. But John will take the information from you and we will try to
You from Buxton Adventure?
Yes, I are.
Anyone else?
Anybody else? Any gators?
Thank you.
One is 3 months, one is 1 year. So I don't know what next to do.
Yes, because and the conference is also 1 year. So with this being said, I don't know how long the balance for.
Once you continue to pay your taxes, your compliance will be updated.
Yes.
Right? So it is just a matter of you paying your taxes and have your compliance updated periodically. Right? You know, all right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have the officers present to you what is required on your part, what is required on our part, and what the general process. So when we finish with that presentation, I'm sure that you probably have less questions. So let's perhaps start with. And if you have any other issues outside of what we're dealing here with small business development, like my friend here, just quietly, you can remove yourself from the seat, and quietly we'll just take your information here so that we can treat with those matters. All right? If there's anyone here outside of small business interest, just...
If you have small business interest, please remain in your seat. The staff of the Small Business Bureau are here. They will make the presentation. And as Mr. McCoy was indicating, that should help you with some of the questions. So please, don't all rush to the back, to the front. Please remain in your seat. We will have a presentation by the Small Business Bureau technical staff. And then if you have any additional questions, then you may ask. So please remain in your seat. You don't all have to come to the front. Mr. McCoy was saying if you have any other issues not related to small business development, then you may come to the front. If it's not related to small business development, right? Everybody else can remain in your seat.
What are the requirements and what services we have to offer. So the first thing is, what is a small business? So a small business is considered a business that does not employ more than 25 persons. Anybody here have more than 25 employees? All right, so you pass one of our criteria. The second one is your annual gross is not more than $60 million. Anybody making more than $60 million? Just checking. And your business assets must not be more than $20 million. Anybody business own more than $20 million? Great. Well, great. At least you pass all three of the criteria to be registered with the Small Business Bureau. You are a small business. Now, into the services that we have offering. So the types of services we have, one is the 20% government procurement, where you get access to the 20% of government contract being offered to small businesses. So whether you're a contractor, whether you're doing food, whether you're doing agriculture, you can benefit from the 20% procurement as well. We also have training being offered, small business development training,
So we're providing training in areas such as small business management, financial management, record keeping, WhatsApp for business, digital emotion, and also business plan writing training. So what do you think is the cost of these trainings? Anybody can tell me the price? Somebody said something? Yes, it's free, no cost attached. So think about the benefit you're getting free training so that they can help you to have a comfortable and a smooth business to run. So you're having knowledge in financial management, so you know how to manage your finances, small business management in general. Why you meant they gotta know how to manage it. And also with the knowledge that you're gaining from it, you know that when it starts coming in, you know what to do, so you won't be at loss. So you get to the education before, right? The training is ongoing. It's just one day. It's an entire day's training. And what we do, if let's say for example a group of you are interested in the training, one person can compile a list and you can get it to us and we will provide the training. Everything, materials, all you have to do is just turn up. Right? We find the location and you turn up for the training. So from that training opportunities, we also have what we call the Green Tech Fund, where persons with innovative ideas, green ideas, mainly in terms of recycling as well. That's just using that as an example, where you can apply for the Green Tech grant, right? That is $1 million. So once you have an innovative idea and you're very creative, please, by all means, take advantage of that. Also, we have loan opportunities, whereby we partner with 2 financial institutions, Republic Bank and GBTI. So when you come to the Small Business Bureau, the benefits you will gain from the loans, one is our 6% interest rates. Think about it. Coming through Small Business Bureau, benefiting as a client, all you're paying is that 6% interest rate on your loan. Unlike if you go into the bank directly, what you think is going to be more or less? Exactly. So coming through Small Business Bureau now, all you're paying is that 6% interest rate. In addition to that, you know the bank would ask you for collateral, right? So for us as Small Business Bureau clients, we would sign as guarantor for 40 to 70% collateral coverage, guaranteed collateral coverage, coming through Small Business Bureau. So let's say your collateral can only cover 60% of your loan, we can cover the other 40% as guarantors. So the maximum guarantee coverage we can go is as $12 million. And the maximum loan that you can borrow from Small Business Bureau, anybody can tell me what they think it is? $30 million. That's the maximum you can borrow. So if you want to build a nice structure for your business, you can come through Small Business Bureau to have access to that loan. So you can borrow as however little you want, so the maximum $30 million, right? Going through either banks. Now, the requirement to access these services that Small Business Bureau is offering, one, you have to be 18 years and older. So there is no cutoff age. From 18 to whenever you can apply for a grant. You're 85 or a loan, you're 85 and you want to register with the Small Business Bureau, you can register with the Small Business Bureau, right? You must have your ID card, a TIN certificate, a business registration certificate, and as well as we ask you for the 2 compliances, NIS compliance and the GRA, tax liability letter. If you guys have compliance certificates for NIS and GRA, that can also work, right? That's for persons who are bidding for contracts. It can work as well. In addition to that, the relevant license. When I say relevant license, persons who are handling food, you have to provide a food handlers as well. You're doing agro-processing such as pepper sauce, jams, jelly, brine seasoning, you must have food handlers as well, right? Even if you're dealing with an ice cream parlor, anything that requires you handling food, you must have food handlers. Even if you're not making it and somebody's supplying you with the stuff, you must have food handlers, right? In addition to some of our services being offered as well, we also have where we help clients to market their businesses. So we offer a lot of opportunities, such as, let's say if we have a mini expo and we have clients who want to advertise their products. Let's say you're doing the brine seasoning or you're doing preservatives and you want persons to see what you have to offer, you want to showcase and be a part of that. We would assist you in setting up your booth so that you'll be able to display your stuff and as well market your products. We also have sponsorship for clients that we offer. If there's a course that you're interested in and you want to benefit from, or let's say there's an exhibition in another country and you want to be a part of that exhibition, to help benefit your business, anything pertaining to your business, Small Business Bureau can assist you with that. So there's so many things that we have to offer, especially the loans where I want you guys to consider and take full advantage of that 6%. Like I said, if you go into the bank directly, you can't benefit from that 6% interest rate unless you come through Small Business Bureau. Think about it, 6%. And also, you're getting assistance in terms of collateral coverage, right? You just need to come up with a percentage, and Small Business Bureau can help you from as low as 40% to the highest 70%. So that is it for my presentation. Do you guys have any questions?
There is any office or somebody to attend to?
Any
office that people can go into?
Okay, so in Georgetown, we have our head office right at the Penitence. Anybody know where it is? As soon as you pass the High Bridge, when the buses make the turn, I always use, there's a GT beer garden at the head of the street. I use that as the landmark. As soon as the bus swings through there or you turn through the corner, you can't miss the Small Business Bureau. The sign is right there, and we're located in the Guyana National Printery Building. So we have staff there. You guys have your questions or concerns, you can come in. You guys want to take advantage of the training opportunities, you guys can come in as well. Like I said, you can compile a list and we would make ourselves available to you. Even if it's just to come to share information and you need that, we can also do that for you.
How down the loan? How down the loan? If you receive a parent and want to look into this, what other criteria?
What a price. At this point in time, it's only the loan. As our ministers would have said before, the grant is on hold at this point in time until further notice. How many persons interested in the training opportunities that Small Business Bureau has to offer? Let me see by the show of hands. At the back there. At the back is, pardon me? Persons in the back as well. What I'll do, just after my presentation, we'll just collect your names so that we can make preparation for those trainings. So, if you guys don't have any more questions for me, I'll hand it over back to Mr. Hedgel. And thank you very much for listening to me.
All right. Everyone hear me again? We have just heard from the small business training facilitator on some of the services of the Bureau. I want to just add to what she would have said and make some other point. There are many persons in this room here today, and many of us are involved in the same business. Right? You know your neighbor got the poultry, doing grocery, and doing some of the same kind of operations. And it's something that both our minister and the president has been talking about to us about a lot. Partnership. And it's a word when you tell business owners in there, and sometimes they feel very uncomfortable. But it's something I want us to embrace today. We can go further if we go together. I thought I just heard somebody say amen. But that is the case, right? So today, as we are gathered here today as many persons, before we leave, this is the last thing that I would implore that we do. If you're already in business, or you already know the direction that you want your business to go, it's a good place for us to network. You know, a lot of people say in Guyana you got to get links, right? But you don't have to get links at the highest level. Sometimes you need links between your own peers. So if there is somebody that got a vehicle already, and you got nice products that you could sell, that might be a good way to partner. So that person with the vehicle could do all the shipping and the transporting of those products. They make all the money with the delivery, and you get your cut with your product that you're selling. That sounds like a good idea? Or you got some poultry farmers. Instead of you going with a small poultry operation, and then when you want to sell it, people might not want to sell it because you're small, why don't you come together, 3, 4, 5 of you? Band together, put some money together, and then take advantage of our small business loan guarantee program. Rochelle would have mentioned that you have a 6% interest. But I can tell you, if you go to the bank right now, they might tell you 9%. If you don't go, I tell them that you're a client of the Small Business Bureau. If you go right now to Republic Bank, when they close today, if you go on Monday to Republic Bank or GBTI, and you tell them you want a loan, they can tell you you got to pay back with a 9% interest, a 12% interest, or higher than that. We have a maximum rate if you come through the Small Business Bureau of 6%. So immediately, you're saving, even if it's 1%, you're saving. You know, we know that any savings is good savings, right? So take advantage of the credit guarantee program, but come together in those partnerships. Because you can band together your own collateral, and you can go a further way. So before you leave today, I would encourage some amount of conversation between peers, so that we can actually think of some of the ideas as to how we can improve our own businesses, right? I don't know the operation that each and every person has, but I'm sure that if we put our brains together, and we are all smart people here gathered here today, we are business owners, and business owners are the smartest set of people on the face of the earth, right? So I'm sure if we put our brains together, we can be able to come up with some real good partnerships. And finally, before I close, record keeping and financial management are the two most critical things for you as a business owner. When you got a business and you're the only person in the business, many times you're tempted to buy a dress, to buy a fancy outfit. We got Cricket Carnival coming up just now, and many of us will want to go and get our makeup artist and get our nice haircuts, and we will want to go to all the nice shows. And we want to go and see Guyana Amazon Warriors in the finals too, right? But as business owners, we have to be prudent with our finances. So we must be able to have that understanding. And it's not always an easy thing. So we have that training facility where we can come and teach you how to be good with your finances. Not everybody good with numbers, and everybody good with the finances. Right? So it's sometimes a concerted effort and a training and a skills training that you might need. So if that is something that you're interested in, and you know that you have your business, and sometimes you're thinking, why am I not finding this 5,000 or this 10,000 or this 15,000? And sometimes you think if people come and steal from you or you lost the money. Indicate to us today before we leave, we are committing that if you have that training need in financial management, record keeping, or if you want to use WhatsApp. How many persons have WhatsApp? How many persons use WhatsApp to sell the business? Do you know that there's something called WhatsApp for Business? that you can put up all your products in nice pictures and so on, you can sell your stuff. Well, we have a training program specifically to help you use a simple tool on your phone so that you can have your business marketed and your business sold in an even more effective and efficient manner. Right? So if that's a training area you're interested in, we can be able to provide that as well. Right? If you want to get a business plan prepared because you want to go to the bank, you want to go to iPad, you want to go to GBTI, etc., we can help you with getting your business plan prepared, and then we will help you with the collateral like Rochelle would have said. Right? So with those few words, I want to bring this meeting to a close, but we will be around to interact with you. All of the officers are here. We have some of the other officers who are on the stage, but we will all be able to be here and interact with you. Thank you very much.